Begin.
Ooh! We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing back, brother. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer!
Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, as I'm saying. Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
Show one further the Cyberners.
Jeez, and welcome to another review of Krypton, episode 2, spoiler review ahead. So make sure that you go over to patreon.com/Cyberners to be watching this show and then getting everything else in life in this review. So if you're getting spoiled, it's your own fault. That's all I've got to say. But like the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you, man, doing that. Krypton! What you, man, saying about this? This mad planet. This planet is it's mad, bro.
Yeah, man, this episode definitely doesn't have the same gusto, I would say, as episode 1. Like, yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a bit of a mad episode. Like, I feel like they rushed. I feel like lots of things were rushed in this episode. More so the ascendance of the corporal or whatever she is, the soldier in the Zod army or whatever. Like, she goes and does one mad ritual after a conversation with her mum, and then she challenges the commander, and then she just beats man after he's thoroughly finishing in her. Like, I didn't really get. Well, I get why she needs the rank. I get why she challenged man, but I don't get why the show chose to have her win the fight that she clearly shouldn't have been able to win. Because yesterday, and when I say yesterday, I mean last episode, we didn't watch it yesterday, but I'm saying yesterday because in their world, I would presume that training session was yesterday. She got smacked by her mum, like not even like didn't even land a blow or anything, and then was told to go train more. Then in this episode, the mum's like, you should be training and learning how to survive. But then in the same episode, she gets one pep talk, and now she can do anything. And then it makes me beg the question, like, if she's like some low-level soldier and she can beat the commander, why is every person in the army just not challenging? Like, these challenger beefs should be happening every day. That's what kind of what I took from it, and I thought it was a bit mad.
Well, one thing I did question in the episode, what's his name? I haven't got...
Zeb.
Seb,
or something like that. Seb. That's what I'm calling him in my head.
Okay. He keeps, like, having one up on the soldiers.
My bad.
And I was asking, like, yo, like, how come this dude's always having these men up? Now...
He does get finished, though.
He gets finished. But it's always, like, if we tally it up, he's winning. One man against bare them. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if this is a flawless, if this is something that's going to... Later on, they're going to show, oh, like, this is why he's so good at, I don't know, hand-to-hand combat. But it does make you question, especially after seeing this ritual battle to death.
Seg.
Seg.
Seg. S-E-G.
Appreciate that.
Seg L.
Oh, okay.
Seg L. It's a S. Seg L.
Oh, Seg. Okay.
And I'm just like, you could have finessed that. I don't know how. But it's hand-to-hand combat, and obviously there's ways they could have shown her to beat this guy. Maybe she would have lost, and the other guy would have stepped in, the one that gave her the pep talk, and things would have got really, really interesting. But the fact that you went with, yo, you're finishing her
badly,
very badly. I'm talking about UFC level type of.
No, it's worse. It's even worse than that, because man was kicking her head against a brick wall. Like, he kicks her head, it hits the brick wall, and then kicks her again in the head.
Yeah.
Like there's bare madness going on.
Lots of questions that needs answers, isn't it? Like, it's a bit mad. Like, you know what? I would have preferred if she cheated. If she cheated, just to show, oh, like, I'm gonna do what needs to be done, because I'm getting the feeling that there's gonna be a revolution from certain characters. Like, she's part of the army, bruv. She doesn't agree with the man going down to the to the lower level and finishing this man. Then you've got the daughter of House Vex.
House Vex, yeah.
She's also, but yet we don't know her
She's playing her own
emotions,
game.
but she's playing. But at the same time, it looks like she's going against her dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
I mean, this episode it looked like she was working with him as well, but obviously we know
at the end, but
yeah,
we
know she's playing
like,
chess.
come on, like that's tapped. He's finished.
Yeah.
So I just need to understand like the whys.
Yeah,
It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah, I agree with you on the fight part. Like, if she had cheated, that would have just been better.
Yeah,
for her character.
And then that kind of portrays more of Zod, innit? The name Zod. Zod's always on crud.
Yeah.
And if she's like, well, my mom don't believe. I like that whole thing. Oh, like you never believed in me. All of that, like, and that's your energy to become who you want to become, or that's the energy you want to use to do whatever you need to be done. That's cool. But you can't finish man like that, bruv. Like, it's no way.
And that is the guy that finished Zeg earlier in the episode.
Oh yeah, was it him?
Yeah, bruv. Bruv, he's the commander, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the whole thing's a bit mad, bruv.
It just asks a lot of questions, like you're saying, because once the fight was finished, I was like, so if there was someone, let's just say it's a whole Sasuke situation, he's super nice, everyone knows he's a coming through soldier, and he's like, this commander's moving a bit of a dickhead. I'm about to challenge him, and he finishes, man. Are they really going to allow inexperienced soldiers down to be like?
No, see,
no, that's part of the
yeah, that's part of the
thing.
culture. So I'm fine with that because obviously it's a survival of the fittest thing. But at the same time, if I'm another soldier in there, I'm like, yeah, bro.
That baddie up the other day.
Exactly, and this is what I'm saying. This challenging, everyone should be getting finished every day, basically. If this is how they're just gonna do it like that, bro. But yeah, I think it was just. I think what makes it worse is the scene in the episode, in the first episode. Because if they just don't have that scene, we don't feel this way about when this happens now. Because they showed her to be inexperienced and not good at hand-to-hand combat, but then she's beating the highest ranked commander in that thing, bro.
There's only one thing they could have done to make this better. Alright, previous episode, her mom finishes her. This episode, she reveals that, yo, you've never believed in me. Boom, 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 boom. There's some like insecurities between her and her mom. Now, if she's getting finished, yeah, and her level of fighting is because, yo, you made me feel insecure. You've never like
believed in, man.
And now I'm going through that whole fight. I'm getting finished, and she's going back to old training since she was a kid with mom, and all of a sudden like she gets like mad, like overwhelmed with anger. She finishes, man. Then I'm like, alright, cool. It's always been there. It was just hidden because mom never believed in you, and that is a result of who you are today, and you've just tapped into that.
I need more than that. I need more. I know we're out here trying to save it, but I need more than that.
It's a lot of things. But anyway, let's move on from that because I think that's the worst thing about the episode. But there's also other things that happen that's actually quite spicy.
Yeah. Sam, go ahead, man.
I'm just liking the whole, again, like the whole reason I'm liking this whole show, especially the politics. And I really want to like dive into the voice of Rao, because obviously they did break down that guy is wearing all the gods, and obviously the main god is the one that started the sun and formed the universe and gave us Krypton, you might say the best planet.
Perfect planet, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of mad, but then
don't you think that's true though? Nah, I'm not talking about the show.
Yeah.
Just take a step back and look at the DC universe.
Yeah. Krypton
is not like, bruv. You know when Kryptonians leave Krypton,
they become gods.
They're gods, bruv. You're telling me that's not like bruv? That might be the pinnacle planet. Like that's Planet Vegeta, bro. It has to get finished. Like if that planet survives. The universe is finished. The universe.
Verminite.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, bruv. Yeah, it's finished, bruv. Like,
but that's the thing. But then the people
they should know that as well. But that's why they get finished. Because these men believe. Imagine a whole planet just believing in their own juice.
Yeah.
All believing. Hey, we run the whole universe, bruv. They would, bruv.
But
that's why they get destroyed by themselves, bruv. This is even better than what happened to Planet Vegeta. Because Planet Vegeta is someone else seeing, oh, these men could run the universe, I'll destroy them. This is, we're so nice, we destroy ourselves, bruv. Like, that's mad, bruv.
I don't know, because obviously in Invincible, they show that we keep that level of, not integrity, but if you're the nicest, you're going to stay the nicest and go out there and conquer. So that's what I mean, like, the planet might be nice, but like I said, the people in it, at some stage, for some other reason, now they're moving mad.
Because they believe in their own juice, bruv. Like, look at the gods, bruv. Like, all of the man running the tick, bruv, they're all mad, bruv. They're all mad, bruv. But what, like, what?
And that's what makes me, like, I want to see who's actually this deity who's holding the heads of the gods.
See, I was thinking, go on,
like, how do you get to that level of why now you're in charge? That everyone you walk into the room, everyone's like, oh, how you doing today? Kind of thing, like, how are you now on top? And then I like because obviously the way he moves is already very strategical about saying, the guy was like, okay, I'm not going to wear your house. I'm still going to go to the house of I'm going to go into Scientology, boom and boom. Then he's like, let him do what he wants to do because that way we can control him. I'm like, so how do you get to that level of like chess movements, but then the guy who's almost below you is still like a bit of an idiot?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like the guy underneath you, like he just, he just reached his max.
Yeah, he's peaking, bro.
And that's it. And that's where he's staying. And obviously, he's nice enough to stay there in that position, while this guy, bruv, this is Game of Thrones, isn't it? Where there's levels to it. So I'm just gonna assume that he got there by finessing everyone. Like imagine he's the one who gave concept to these man, and they just fell into it. Now, one thing about this, which is super sick, because when I was watching, I was like, raw. When the guy was describing how he became the number one out of them, and I was like, raw. That's actually pretty sick. The way I was thinking, like, raw, like if you think of like religion on earth, do you know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of like the same kind of concept, like you believe what you want to believe. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we just create this idea and we just run with it. And that's how I took it when he was explaining how this guy came to be, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, raw, that sounds pretty much like earth. Like the way we set things up here and then you believe what you want to believe. Like I just gave you a story. Because when he was talking about all the sons and stuff like that, I was like, sounds kind of religious to me. Do you know what I mean? So that was kind of super sick to see it the way they're saying that. But again, I guess we have to wait and see how we got there. And how, when he gets unmasked as well.
Exactly.
Then it goes back to this whole thing of revolution amongst them people. Because like even the people up there are doing things against their own thing, whatever you want to call it.
Their own kind of like gods, isn't it? Because you used to say, I'm not saying he's the particular god, but who's to say that Rao didn't kill all the other gods and be like, I'm ruler supreme. You just
he clearly was on some quad to be running all of these, man.
Man's a Zeus, isn't it? It's fine.
You know what I mean? There's probably some
I was thinking he was. At first, I was like, he might be my man's granddad. Like, after they showed how advanced the granddad was, I wouldn't be like, bro, this man faked his own death, came back as Rao, spanned these man a story about the religion. Now that's why that could be sick as well. Like, and that's why he's not letting my man take his name. The first thing, as soon as the hologram popped up,
like,
the hologram was like, hey, we got to sort this name thing out. And then as soon as he pops up here, Rao's like, bro, forget the name. I might be a conspiracy theorist, but I see a connection here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, so I feel like that guy is going to be involved in the House of El, because obviously we know the House of El is going to rise back up to prominence. And you're going to need, well, maybe that's part of the revolution, or maybe that's the part of Rao, like, we got to give this guy more power so we can get more out of him.
Exactly,
but it doesn't. We couldn't get out of the granddad.
Yeah, but it doesn't end up working like that. So
well, I really hope the show will lean towards secret stuff, innit? Like how to finesse each other out, and if that's how we're gonna go about it, then it's gonna be pretty sick. Because when dots starting to connect, do you know what I'm saying? And you still have the villain side to deal with as well. So now we're dealing with multiple fronts.
Doomsday.
What is that?
I want to see Doomsday, bro.
You just keep.
Someone from the House of El
bro.
is gonna. I know it wasn't in the comics that someone from the House of El created, but it definitely came from the science part. And they're saying that's the House of El that they do science.
The science department that created.
I hear that, but I would like it like Doomsday to be made in the intermission between Grandad and then him taking over. So like in that gap, they've thrown the kid out already, or however they're doing it, and Doomsday's like currently growing, and then obviously he's got to sort it out because it's like, oh, this is the kind of abominations these men were working because they were trying to tap into my science and didn't understand it. You get me? So I think that would be tough.
Saying that, like when they mentioned the Phantom Zone,
yeah,
that was pretty sick. So that's what I was saying. When he goes into the part of the science and stuff, that's why I feel like they should let him do whatever he wants to do, but they're gonna use like whatever his secrets he's been getting from his granddad, and definitely be like, this is all public knowledge now. Like you got to share all these secrets. So the dad said he was using it, or the granddad said he was using it to go
and do his testing when they
like,
shut him down,
like through space. But then don't they create it as a void of space where you can't actually leave anything?
Yeah,
this
something
is
like
where
that. Yeah.
That's what I thought was quite sick. Because that was mad, bro.
This was my question. Because I was like, that's supposed to be like imprisonment.
Exactly.
Well, that's how we know it.
Yeah, but then if you clock,
he was using it as like as a gateway to the rest of the universe, like a Bifrost almost.
Yeah. So is it like, so going back to how Zod escaped the thing, would that kind of be through that journey as well?
Oh, because you know what? Yeah, Zod says like in Man of Steel they open it, they let man in, and then they close it.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, oh, when it got destroyed, when Krypton got destroyed, the thing just opened up. So maybe when the Phantom Zone like isn't being controlled, it's actually like you can float in and out of it.
And this is what I thought it was sick, because I was like, wait, hold on, that's a max prison, like, but it's being used to
maneuver within. He said time and space.
Yeah.
So that's even madder.
It's like the damn speed force, bro.
Now, here's the thing.
Trapped into the speed force. The Phantom Zone is now, and the speed force could be the same thing. Is this what we're saying?
I don't know what we're saying.
No,
right now.
that's what I'm hearing. That's
I don't know what we're saying. But here's the thing. What I'm saying. What was the general feeling towards this show when it came out?
I mean, everyone said it was trash, isn't it?
It was trash. Okay, and I'm getting the feeling that this show went over a lot of people's heads. Now, pre this shit, we're talking about Phantom Zone, created by the granddad. Yeah? Travel, all of that.
Yeah.
We're talking about House of Cards.
House of Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Like, we're talking about, like, what's his name? Brainiac.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a lot of elements.
Bro,
even,
I'm with Sam on this. I know it sounds good.
Even with like using the blood to do all the sciencey stuff, bro. There's a lot of elements to this show where people might be like,
I'm with you. The themes and the concepts and the ideas are high level.
Yes.
But the acting, the combat, everything else is not. Yeah, it's not there,
a bit
bro.
mad.
you can't win all the time. You can't have it all.
Like, all you can.
Because, bro.
There's 10 out of 10 movies out there. 10 out of 10 shows.
Hey, we are the best.
But
We are the best.
But here's the thing. Only some of them can be up there like that, bro.
And
that's why, bro. I'm not
That's what
I'm not arguing what you're saying. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, in life, sometimes, like, imagine like the person that came with this concept, the team don't get on with it. Like, don't. Are we seeing it happen, bro?
I mean,
so.
It could just be down to budget, innit?
It could be that too.
It could
you know
be.
What I'm saying,
bruv.
this is so high level,
bruv. I'm not against you. Either. Like, I'm glad we're in this place, fam. But this is what happens, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? You can have the sickest ideas, concepts, themes, put all of that together, bruv. But
man don't believe in
yeah,
your thing,
bruv. If
You're
your
like,
thing's not backed properly,
that's
Nah,
it, bro.
then we're here, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so.
And the thing is, we're only 2 episodes in, and it's like you can imagine like our disappointment in like that fight scene and all of that. You got to think of like the regular viewers who ain't even like they'd never make the connection between the Phantom Zone and the Speed Force. Like we're nerds, we're deep in it, bruv. So we can just live off that. We can live off that and watch the show. Other people can't, bruv. They're gonna watch it and be like, Phantom.
Like this show is all over the place. Where's the focal point?
Yeah,
of
who's
this
this
thing?
guy? Like, bruv, that's what I'm saying. And they'll be like, what? Superman's not in this. Done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? So
the fact that you just keep showing the cape,
fam,
that might finish certain people.
Exactly.
Like, I thought I came in for Superman.
Exactly, bruv.
And instead, you might give me a cape. That's melting.
I'm actually surprised they got 2 seasons. So like I said, when we found out they got 2 seasons, I was happy because I was like, hey, let's get more of this, bruv. But we can like I said, we can live off the nerdy stuff, bro. Them man.
But that's another thing as well, because you mentioned it in the episode about something about they were saying something. Oh, what did he? You said that they said.
Oh,
something.
how did they translate the language?
That's it. Yeah, the translation of language. Yeah, and then I started to clock a lot more because he said it once where it's like the clock, arm clock or something.
Yeah, he said
like,
arm clock.
So they'll say stuff like that, but then they'll go back to something. They'll say like cycles and then say weeks, and then it's like, how did they? Yeah, how did they not pinpoint the language between like at least Krypton, what they would use scientific wise, and then someone from Earth and what they would say and use as well? And I find that really, really mad.
Do you know what I think it is? It's just the two different people in the office. It's the one person saying we got to go full Krypton, cycles, da 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 da, and then there's the other guys like they're not gonna understand that. You're gonna have to use weeks. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I know it's mad.
That's why you got
to, and that's what exactly what I was about to say. You gotta go full sci-fi.
Yeah.
You gotta go full sci. You can't go we're playing it both sides. If you're in, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I even think like this character, like the Adam Strange. I also feel like he's there for like the general people. Yeah, like he wears Earth clothes and like he's. I feel like he's not that he's doing anything wrong in the series.
Someone we can relate to.
Yeah, but I feel like that's I feel like that's
which is mad.
So, yeah, someone that.
Okay, the general audience
can try and relate to, yeah.
Because obviously,
don't put me up there with them, man. Because
obviously, just seeing them on Krypton, if they look human enough, that is enough, bro. Like, usually, if it's too alien or something, we gotta have at least one human character or something like that. But yeah, it's just a bit mad. Like you said, the continuity with that kind of stuff, I was like, it's just a bit mad. When you said arm clock, I thought that was a very good joke because we call it just a watch, innit? But then they'll say something like weeks. I was like, but last episode you called it cycles.
Wow,
what's going on here?
It's crazy.
That's mad.
It's crazy. But guys, look, do jump in the comment section below and let us know, how do Kryptonians and humans talk? Because this man just came from Earth and it's over here having a full-on conversation with these lot.
I'm just gonna say Kryptonians know all languages, bruv.
I need
bro, because I was going to say, if he's smart enough to create the Zeta beam or something,
he could have the translator, but they got to show that.
That's what I'm saying. At least say, I could translate your language, but like something
even if he doesn't say it, there's got to be a gizmo somewhere. There's got to be a something somewhere.
Come on now,
bro.
We need to know these languages.
Kryptonians know all languages, though.
Yeah,
I'm giving that. That's me. They gave us that in Superman and Lois.
I just need like a Superman fan who knows all these things, been reading books since 08, to tell me how like these lot can communicate like that with no translation on that end. Just need that in my life. Thank you very much in advance.
Well, guys, like we said, if you want more of this, go over to patreon.com/CyberNerds. We're watching this whole series unless it gets cancelled. Certainly hope not. And I'm sorry, Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
Joe, one further to Cyber Nerds.
Peace.